DEI needs to DIE. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. You know, it's funny as we watch everything that is becoming now a living hell, an apocalyptic chaos in Los Angeles. Everybody's talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion and all of these things. There's a lot of blame to go around. Let's not pretend that there isn't. But what makes me laugh about DEI is good for some things. But at the end of the day, if you're on an airplane and that sucker may be headed down, are you thinking to yourself, you know what? I'm glad we had a DEI hire in there. Or do you want the best effing pilot, period, case closed, regardless of who they love, who they worship, the color of their skin? And if that happens to be a white guy, so be it. When you're going in for an operation and they're going to be working on your dome or your heart, do you say to yourself, what are the pronouns of the doctor? And are they from a marginalized group? Because I want somebody to get a shot. Or do you want somebody who's the best at what they do? This is the assistant fire captain of Los Angeles. This seems to be the thing they're most excited about in Los Angeles, which is diversity, equity.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
She's right about that. Nobody cares. Right? Nobody cares. Oh, I'm glad you're here and you look just like me in a marginalized group or whatever, because otherwise, I want the best effing person to be there, to kick in the door, to take me out of the fire if I'm in a fire. I don't care about the rest of the stuff. Other people do. And the issue with diversity, equity, inclusion is simply this. It's a business. And for the last several years, business has been booming. And that is good for some people, but bad for most of us. When it comes to our lives, we want the best. Regardless. Faith, skin color, who we love, what we identify as, straight, gay, black, white, we don't care. I want the best. And that's the way we should do things. Diversity, equity, inclusion is good window dressing for a lot of people, but it doesn't help. And I think most people realize that. And boy, oh boy, Los Angeles does. It's not just because of the BS that's going on with the push for this stuff, of crazy inclusiveness, regardless of what the outcome is. You know, there was a lot that went into this nightmare fire that was decades in the making. But this doesn't help. Window dressing that gets you nothing. People want the best, period. That's just life. Unless, of course, it's somebody else's life, then, if we can virtue signal, that's okay, as long as it's not me.